So the Migos, a group comprised of Quavo, comprised of Offset, and comprised of Takeoff. They have finally decided to drop their highly anticipated third installment of their Culture series. Um, and honestly, I don't really know if I'm anticipating it. I really fall in the boat of I really don't care, honestly. That's kind of where I'm at when it comes to the Migos. When I first heard the first Culture One. Culture One was a very clear and concise body of work. Culture One just was a perfectly balanced body of work, if I have to say so myself. It had Bad and Bougie featuring Lil Uzi Vert, which was and still probably is their biggest commercial hit. It had T-Shirt. It had Kelly Price. It had a lot of songs on there that really were just standout tracks, standout tracks. And they were able to not only craft a body of work that had the commercial success, but also that also you could just listen to the entire body of work from front to back. And that's just the issue with a lot of these projects today. While they'll have one or two really, really big hits, but the rest of the album is extremely watered down. And that's what I think they suffered from Culture 2. Culture 2, it had Stir Fry on there, it had Narcos on there, it had Walk It, Talk It on that project. However, the main issue with that project, in my honest opinion, was that it was just too long. And I think it had a lot of fluff within that project. And that project was 24 tracks long. I don't want to hear the Migos for 24 tracks. That is too long. That's too long. That is way too long of a project, in my honest opinion. Way too long. Way too long. But with the upcoming release of Culture 3, they have reduced the amount of tracks on there to, I believe, 13 tracks, and I think that's not 13, excuse me, 19, actually. I wish it was 13. They reduced the track list to 19 tracks. How do I feel about that? I think they can definitely achieve a cohesive body of work. Of course, there's going to be some fluff on there. I always say that the sweet spot is anywhere from 13 to 17 tracks, in my honest opinion, or else I'll just get bored. And a lot of albums are just too long, and I just tend to become bored, So I'm just looking at this track list right now. They have Drake as a feature, they have Cardi B as a feature, Polo G as a feature, Future as a feature, Justin Bieber as a feature, Juice WRLD as a feature. That is a very interesting feature. Pop Smoke, okay, and NBA YoungBoy. Okay, so with this project, it looks like it has a decent amount of variety. Decent amount, Justin Bieber, he's worked with Quavo on tracks, I think on DJ Khaled joints. Justin Bieber, the last time he was featured on a quote unquote what people like to deem as trap music or a trap album, it was on Travis Scott's Maria I'm Drunk, and he went crazy. Niggas calling Justin Bieber Bugatti B because he was sliding on that. Him and Young Thug sliding on that. Sliding. Juice WRLD and Migos, that is a very interesting mix. Hopefully it's a full verse, and I think it is a full verse because I just think Juice WRLD, when he was alive, just had a very standout work ethic. So I think that'll be a solid track. The Pop Smoke, it'll be cool. Nice, club banger. You know, Young Boy, that's obviously gonna get numbers. That Drake joint's obviously gonna get numbers. Cardi B numbers. Polo G, I think that would be a nice joint. Future, that would be a nice, decent joint. So with Culture 3, just my thoughts going into Culture 3. Like I said, I'm not really anticipating anything. If anything, I'm anticipating more of the same. You know, I heard Straightening. Straightening is just another, it's just an okay track. It's nothing special. It's nothing crazy. You know, when Migos first came in the game, the standout thing with Migos was just the way that they flowed and their chemistry on a lot of their production. That was the main standout thing when it came to the Migos. That's what separated the Migos from a lot of other groups, was their chemistry and their flows. Now everybody uses it, you know? Everybody uses what I deem and what a lot of people deem as a triplet flow, you know? It's literally the same thing over and over again, you know? Which is fine. Like, I'm not one of those people that is like, oh, you gotta like switch it up all the way. Like, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because you're changing what made you, you know what I'm saying? But fundamentally, you know, as far as their production, beat choices, I think they can benefit with this project by just having a change of beats, you know, different producers, they can benefit off of that. They can just benefit off of using different flows, different cadences, you know, and just, you know, being different, which they've had enough time to make this project. They've had enough time to, you know, make this project as good as they can possibly make it, you know, and I think these features, I honestly think these features will go crazy. You know, the future one should go crazy, but, you know, sometimes it's not where I know it can be. The Drake one, Drake kind of gets up for anything that is on the Migos. So yeah, you know, when it comes to Culture 3, I'm not really expecting like, oh my God, like this is better than Culture 1. No, but this project should be better than the original. Well, not the original. This project should be better than Culture 2. It should be better than Culture 2. It should be, you know, it should be. And I'm just glad that they're getting back together and dropping more music because their solo projects weren't that good to me. Weren't that good. Quavo, while the hooks were cool, the verses, trash. You know, the verse is trash. You know, Takeoff, which I personally think Takeoff is probably the best Migo, just overall. I thought his project was cool, not memorable. I think Offset had the most memorable project out of all of them, and that's just because, you know, he can rap. But the only issue with that is that his flows aren't necessarily anything that is fresh or anything that he switches up, in my opinion. And his hooks, not the craziest. So they all definitely need each other. You know, they all definitely need each other. Definitely do. So hopefully Culture 3 can be a good, you know, a good body of work, you know, something that they can build upon with their next releases. You know, that's what I'm hoping, because after Culture, they just became extremely saturated, you know, and a lot of their music just started to sound the same. So hopefully they have found, you know, a new fire, new motivation, and hopefully this project is something that is memorable. Hopefully this project is something that, you know, people kind of talk about in high regards, high esteem. You know, so tell me what you think about this in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you like, hit the bell for post notifications. I have some videos around my head that I would like for you to check out and get into. Tell you anything about me if you do nothing else. So, Migos, FAYGOS. Till next time, man.